This podcast is brought to you by Most Valuable Podcasts, leading the league in podcasting entertainment.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is a Fast Break Podcast. I'm your host, Sean Anderson. Alongside me, as always, is Ricky Widmer.
What's up, guys?
And a sick Dave Oster.
Hey, everybody.
And today we have our mock draft 4.0 for you. We'll also have Wet Boys to start off the podcast. But guys, before we jump into the prospects, the guys we're loving, the guys that are falling, rising, I do just want to let you guys that are listening and watching right now to check out patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcast. If you do want to support the podcast, that is how you can help. And we have some great things coming from April. We just had an MVP meeting where we went over the new tiers that are coming out. All great stuff for current patrons and new patrons. Nothing's really changing for your tiers. You're just getting more stuff added. So definitely keep an eye out for that. April 1st is likely when we're going to be dropping it. We plan on dropping it on April 1st. So definitely check out patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcast. Get in early if you want. Check that out. Also, if you're listening to us on iTunes, Blog Talk Radio, Stitcher, you have the opportunity to go over and rate us on iTunes or any of those platforms. We would greatly appreciate it. Get more ears and eyes on this podcast. That would be huge. So if you have those abilities, please check that out and do so. I think I hit everything, right, Ricky? Mm-hmm. Missing anything?
Not that I can think of.
All right, let's jump into it. We'll first start off with Wet Boys. This is our segment where we give a Players of the Week, pretty much. We talk about guys that absolutely went off, had historic games, crazy stat lines, impressive performances, nice winning streaks. This is where we talk about them. Right now, the leader is, shockingly, James Harden with 10. But no James Harden this week, Ricky. Who's your Wet Boy?
Well, mine, I kind of had a little, this was one where I feed the percentage that I didn't even know about until Sean did some great work telling me that I only pick Warriors and Bulls players and Mavs players, although that wasn't put into the percentage. But I was like, do I go with Klay Thompson or do I go with the guy I did pick? And I ended up going with Colin Sexton. Had a great week this week, just averaging over 20 points a game, 26 to be exact. Didn't average a lot of assists and rebounds, but it doesn't matter. Right now, Cleveland just needs to lose games, and hopefully they stay within that 14% range that they are now. And he's a guy that, let's see if he can keep this up and be that guy that scores points for the Cavs. Bright things for the future. Looking at Colin Sexton, giving him some love for this week.
15 of your 22 Wet Boys have either been a Bull, a Warrior, a Maverick, a Laker, or a Timberwolf. So that's the percentage that we're talking about for the people who are new.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot.
I thought you were going to jump in.
No, I just gave the look to the camera. Like,
and
what do you expect?
This might be the
exactly.
This might be the only time Colin Sexton's getting love on this podcast because he's definitely going to come up. We talk about him in the Cavs segment.
I'll be completely honest. The mock draft week kind of influenced why I picked him because they don't need no job. They got their point guard.
Because I don't know about that. A lot of people, it's been brought up. I thought that they can go with Ja and they can run a two-guard system. A lot of people just think Colin Sexton's already a bust. I don't know. I mean, it's year one. We'll see what he can do. But Dave, give us your Wet Boy.
So I'm taking the best rookie on the Mavericks this week, jokingly, and Jalen Brunson. He's played amazingly. He's really kind of showed the Mavericks that they made the right choice moving forward by moving away from DSJ. He's been one hell of a complimentary piece to Luka out there. I think he's an absolute ideal fit, and he's shown them exactly why they made that choice. This week he's putting up 24 points a game, 6 boards, 4 assists, shooting an incredible clip, 59 from the field, 44 from 3 on a decent amount of attempts a game. I think that I'm loving how this future is going to come together for the Mavs. It's hard not to like a young team with as much potential as they have moving forward.
Yeah, I look at Brunson, and this is kind of exactly when he was drafted. You already immediately liked the pick.
He's a super smart player, yeah.
But he's perfect next to Luka. I think that they're going to be a great duo, and I think now JJ Barea going out, that just is great because if JJ wasn't, I mean, it's not great because he's injured, but hopefully he can bounce back and everything like that. I mean, we're not wishing injured, but
no.
You're getting a great sign that he is injured. When there is a dark spot in him getting injured, something has been really bright in Jalen Brunson playing, and he's been absolutely
high level
phenomenal.
Scoring out of him, I did not expect to see this rookie year. So
yeah, and it's been phenomenal. And just imagine when Luka's fully on, Jalen's fully on, and they have Kristaps back.
Whew.
It's going to be, and if they free up a ton of cap space, there's some talk. I think it was Bill Simmons. He brought up the fact that I forget the exact thing, but I think if the Cavs trade JR, His cap hit is pretty much waived, I think, or something like that, and he's only worth like $1.2 million to the team that he's going to. I forget exactly what it is, but pretty much like JR is this huge trade piece because it can clear up a ton of cap space for the team that takes him on. And with the Cavs being bad, they could take on draft picks or young players. So that might be huge for Dallas if they want to free up and try to go after a big free agent because they already cleared up cap space with the Harrison Barnes trade. They cleared up some cap space with the Matthews and Jordan were coming off. But if they trade Courtney Lee off, they got Barnes off. That would be huge for them making some free agent plays.
Also, their draft pick. Ever so close to getting that back.
They might be getting that if they do get top 5.
Yep.
We'll talk about that in the mock draft as well. They're at 6 right now, so they got to take a little bit more harder. So
and it's them versus the Hawks.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Brunson needs to be just a little worse.
No, they've lost. I think like 9. They're 1-9 in the last 10. This is a master class on tanking.
But like you could even be 0-10.
You're right.
You could just Brunson's playing harder. Too good.
They could lose harder.
Let's move to a team that is actually playing too good. 7 straight wins for the San Antonio Spurs. I'm going with LaMarcus Aldridge. The second time he's been a wet boy in the past 2 years. This is the only time he's the only player in the Spurs to get one. This is the second time for the Spurs, second time for LaMarcus Aldridge. This week, 25 points per game, 11 total rebounds per game, 3 offensive boards per game, 56% from the field. He had a nice shot percentage from 3 as well. I think it was like 33% on like an attempt a game, and then he was perfect from the line as well. So LaMarcus Aldridge helping the Spurs maintain a playoff spot. I don't know what it is with this team. They just have these stretches where they look horrible, they look bad, and then they just come out guns blazing, and they just get on these crazy hot streaks. So it's been up and down for the San Antonio Spurs, but with the Lakers giving up, with everyone being hurt on that team, it looks like they are going to be a playoff team, and that's after trading Kawhi Leonard. So if you don't think Craig Popovich is the best coach in the NBA, I don't know what you're smoking. Looking exactly at you two guys who put Brad Stevens above him.
Hey, I like Brad Stevens.
Doesn't mean he's better than fucking Pop.
Hey, after what I saw last year,
6 rings.
After I saw last year, I thought that the Celtics were going to be better, and the Celtics were not better. So there's that.
How do you guys think the Western Conference playoff is going to shape out? Do you think the Spurs? Because right now they're 7-game win streak, 7-3 in the last 10, but so are the Jazz, so are the Clippers. Do we think that there's any chance for the Kings, or is the 8 we have right now
the 8? Closed.
The 8 we have right now is the 8 we have?
Yeah, I mean the Kings loss just it ended it. It's over. It's unfortunate because we love the Kings and they were so close and Buddy Hield bet the house and then
and they took it back.
Yeah. He had a Sean bet.
Yeah, he did. And right now too, you look at the teams that are below 8. Kings are on a 3-game losing streak. T-Wolves 2-game losing streak. Lakers 2-game losing streak. Pelicans 5-game losing streak. Dallas 7-game losing streak. Suns 2-game losing streak. The Grizzlies, however, are 5-5 in their last 10. So what the fuck are the Grizzlies doing? But you look at that. I agree. I think the only thing that's going to switch is probably Spurs might fall to 8 or 7. Jazz might jump them, but I think this is going to be the 8 that we have.
Yeah. Well, and just popping into my head because I saw this on ESPN. I know this isn't the full thing of it, but to more interesting for me, Rockets, Blazers, and Thunder. Who's going to get that 3rd seed and basically have the chance to avoid the Warriors until the Western Conference Finals? Because they're all right there at 4, 4.5, and 5. And whoever out of those 3 teams gets that 3rd seed won't have to handle the Warriors until they have to.
Golden State hasn't been too hot. Kevin Durant's been hurt. I mean, I know that's not going to be the truth when it comes to the playoffs, but I mean, shit. I think if I had to pick a team out of that, I'll probably take Oklahoma City because Paul George has been hurt, and I think he's going to be healthy, obviously, and I think with his level of play, that'll take him up to 3. But I mean, James Harden, if he gets hot again, to where he was.
They're 9-1 in the last 10. The Rockets are just insane right now.
Are they back?
I would probably say yeah. I mean,
but then I like James Harden, I like the Rockets.
PJ Tucker literally didn't hit a shot, and they won that game. And it was just him mauling people on defense.
How long do you think that they can be back though? Because I mean, you just always have that question of Chris Paul and
I'm not
Harden's
putting any dates in there.
Yeah, if Harden's gas tank is going to give out.
But they look incredible right now, which is exactly what they need. A little bit earlier than they needed, but
Yeah, I'll take the Thunder to get the 3 seed. I think that who do you think the bigger threat is? Thunder or
the bigger threat
to
the Warriors? The Thunder. I like the Thunder. I like what they're doing this year. I like the kind of this whole team has been different since PG said, yes, I'm going to stay here and play with Westbrook. They're the team I'd be scared of if I was the Warriors, not the Rockets.
These are just the teams fighting for 3rd. Obviously, you could say Denver, but like Rockets, Blazers, Thunder. Do you think it's the Thunder too?
Yeah, probably. I mean, they just have a more balanced team, and defensively, they're just everywhere.
Yeah.
I love the Rockets matchup with the Warriors, so I don't care when that happens. I just hope it happens.
Yeah, I agree. I hope Thunder go to 3, and then we see Portland and
Portland's one of those things where like I feel like we're
Houston.
disrespecting them.
Hey,
but like, Yeah.
It was Charles and Kenny said Blazers are going to be in the finals. Put it on the board.
Well,
Put it on the board.
who's the one team that we did not put in the fucking
Yep.
playoffs in
Yep.
the preseason? It was the Blazers
Yeah.
because we thought they were going to fall off, and I think that again
They always
the
just
playoffs
creep
are a
and
big
stay
question
right
for
there.
them because they just keep losing in the first round. They
Yep.
just don't have that talent to get over that first round, but in the regular season, they're absolutely dangerous. So we'll see what happens with these players. Let us know who you think is going to be the 3 seed in the Western Conference. Do you like the Heat or the Magic in the Eastern Conference for that 8 seed? Currently a game lead for the Heat for 8th place.
I like the Heat better, 100%.
Going with the Heatles.
I think the veteran heavy presence, like they're a team of good, not greats, and Justice Winslow, point guard, awesome. It's worked out awesome for him. His stats since they moved him to point guard like full time have been fantastic, and Dragic just still great. But now that he's back, he's almost 100% healthy. Like love it.
Hornets also a game back of the Heat, but
Boo.
they're a team that has a worse away record than both the Hawks and the Bulls. So I don't think you're getting the playoffs with a away record like that. Quick fantasy update: we're still the Kings, king of the clubhouse.
Is that why we had this conversation? Because we were going to talk
That
about
should be real
fantasy. We're
quick.
just kings in the clubhouse.
Pretty much, and we got, I think we got like only like we don't have like less than a month left. So right now we do have a 3-point lead.
April 10th. That's right. April
Yeah.
10th is when the regular season ends.
I have a 3-point lead over both Super Hippo and the 76ers. They're at 98 points. Oh, actually, sorry, it's a 4-point lead now. So we're at 102. They're at 98. So we'll see how that affects this season. But I mean, as long as we're starting everybody, I think we're going to be fine. We're currently 4th in field goals made. We are still we're still only getting 5 points for field goal percentage and free throw percentage. We're in 9th place for both of those. 3-pointers made, we are 2nd. 3-point percentage, we are 3rd. Rebounds, we are 1. Thanks, Andre Drummond. Then 3rd in assists, 1st in steals, 3rd in blocks, 3rd in points. So I don't think there's anything that we can really do to help this team. It's just been money.
Ride
keep it on.
it on through. And I'm just looking, it's interestingly humorous to me. You look at ours where it's like, we're mostly now dominant in everything except for, like you said, field goal percentage and free throw percentage. I feel sorry for Phila 76ers. It's like, you're great in everything, but the 2 things you're bad at, 3-point percentage and free throw percentage, you're like bottom of the league in. And that's probably the only thing keeping you out of 2nd place over Super Hippo.
That's the thing. Is if we were, I think Kyle, who owns 76ers, I think he has LeBron, so obviously that's hurting him. But the thing too that's not killing us is our 2 worst ones were only 5th. Like if we were bottom, in free throw percentage and 3-pointers made, we'd be absolutely screwed. But that's the one thing that we have done is we've been mediocre at least where we are the worst.
We bounced it off a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we can pull out the win. It'd be nice to win a fantasy league because I think no MVP team has won a fantasy league, right?
Yeah, I think this is the first one we've done that's roto, though, right? Last year we did head-to-head.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about like even
In
fantasy,
general,
right?
though.
Like even
No,
for
like-
the primetime or the onside kick for fantasy. Did you guys win your league?
No, we didn't win the league this year.
Have you ever won a league?
I don't remember.
So this could be
I know
first.
this year we didn't.
We could finally be getting some gold in the
Hey.
MVP trophy case.
I mean, hey, it'd be nice. I have always
We
said.
gotta build one.
I have always said, Sean, I'm the owner of
Get
this
Johnny on
team
that.
where I hired only the best of general managers to GM this team. And if this goes to a title for us, hey, I'm getting the trophy, but my GM deserves all the credit.
Call me up, Bulls, Grizzlies, Pelicans. Who else should we throw in there? Suns? Yeah, Suns.
And
Suns
we
don't have a
we
GM.
started at the bottom, now we here though.
Yeah, there
That's
we go.
it.
Let us know your thoughts on the Western and Eastern
Toronto,
Conference Finals,
Drake.
or the Western and Eastern Conference playoffs, and also let us know your wet boy for the week.